Hello everyone, I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 25th of September 2023. Now there's something I want to talk about, something that a little bit more mellow, a little bit more calm, but it's still grave. I saw this video floating around on social media with Aidonia and his wife, and it seemed as if there was a party or a gender reveal party they were at. And they were celebrating because it's another boy, and I saw where Aidonia break down. His wife was extremely happy. I like looking at her so much. I just like, I think she's so beautiful. I like looking at her. So she would look very happy and stuff like that. And I saw Aidonia breakdown, and something just came onto my spirit that I must say a word of prayer. And I was like, please God, please let this baby come through. Please God, please let this baby come through. Please. That's what I was saying when I saw it, because my heart just break down for them when I heard the news that they lost that little boy. Because I remember when Aidonia had his son and he was on an interview and on stage, and he just looked so bright and glowing at the time, and he was speaking so great about being a father, about all these things, being a husband and stuff like that. And I was like just so happy that this man, at the time I didn't know of his wife. And so we only know Aidonia. I only know Aidonia, as an artist. And so I was just so happy and respecting his growth. He began locking his hair, a lot of changes that I saw in him. And then to know that, the family was actually suffering like that, to have a child that they could possibly lose, and watching stages up until that child took his last breath. Words can describe, like, they put on a real good show. That's all I can say. Aidonia and his wife, they put on a real good show, especially his wife, because for you to come out in the crowd at times and when he call her on stage, and I think he should stop calling his wife on stage. I'm going to tell you why. But for him to come out and calling her on stage, and she just looked perky and happy and radiant and beautiful, it takes a lot of guts knowing that you lost a child. And Aidonia, and people were always saying that he's lazy as an artist and he's this and that at the same time. And looking back, you don't know, you realize that this guy was suffering. He just didn't speak about it, or he channeled his energy somewhere else. But to be losing your child and know that your child has a terminal illness and stuff like that, that's not something the average person, anybody for that matter, any parent saying wants to know or want to live with. And so that's why I always say you have to be careful, you are judging people and stuff like that, because this family, this guy and his wife, they were suffering to know that they were about to lose their child, and they actually did. And so when I saw them today and they looked so happy, family were there and stuff like that, I was like, please God, like the spirit just came onto me to say a word of prayer. Please God, let this baby come through. Please God, let this baby come through. But then something else I saw brewing. I was looking in the crowd, and something came to my mind, and I said, someone in the crowd doesn't have their best interest at heart. Someone in the crowd does not have their best interest at heart. And I remember when people say you have to be careful who you share your dreams and your aspirations and your goals with, because not everybody who you share it with has your best interest at heart. I remember there was a pastor that I was listening to, and the pastor was cautioning women, not to show your navel to the world. It's not a great thing. There's a reason the Bible tell you to cover your body and to protect yourself, especially when a woman is with child. There's a reason it tells you not to reveal certain parts of your body to the world, because those are gateways, especially when you're bringing an unborn. Those are gateways where people can be manipulative, people can go into witchcraft, people can do these things on you that can cause, yeah, I know there are a lot of persons out there who don't believe in it, but not because you don't believe in something, it doesn't mean that it's not true. You understand me? And so there are people who can use your navel as a gateway when you're with child, to get into you or plant seeds of evil and destruction onto you as a mother, and also onto your unborn. So you have to be extremely careful, and that's what came to my mind. And I realized something else that I wanted to talk about. Your own goals and your ambition can be an enemy to others. And I didn't know that. Your ambition can be an enemy. You can be here and you want so much. You have a drive to pursue things in life, something that will make you stand out, or something that will bring great wealth to you, or riches then will bring great riches to you. Success can make you whole, can change your life completely. And it can be an enemy to others. Others will see it and they have an evil eye and they are like, no, I don't want this person to do this. I don't want this person to do that, because they don't believe in you. They don't see your potential, and they also don't want you. A lot of times they see your potential, but they don't want you to excel. They don't want you to go there. They don't want you to pass them. I remember when I was doing music, or when I started doing music and I was pursuing it, and I had the resource because it was my money that I was spending, okay? Nobody sponsored me. I had no manager, nothing at all. One or two persons will come on board and give me an advice, or will send me here or refer me to there, but it was all my money that I was spending and my resources. And so I remember when, I began doing it, I lost friends, because I lost friends. There were people who, the last time I communicate with them was when I told them that I was going to do music. These people actually didn't care. They weren't interested in my success, or they had an evil eye. And I didn't know that they had an evil eye towards my goal and towards my aspiration. And I used to sit down. Here I am, used to sit down and thinking that, okay, when I'm going to do my music video, this is what I want my friends to wear. This is what I want them to be a part of, and this is how I want them to look, and stuff like that. But I didn't know that, on the other hand, your friend is not thinking that of you. Your friend doesn't want you to reach where you want to go. Even family members and stuff like that will have an evil eye, because they don't want you to pass them. They don't want you to have a great success story. They don't want you to launch out. They don't want you. They want you to be in the same position where you are, whether it be beneath them or where they are in life. And because of such, they sit down and they pray bad prayers. Family members, they sit down and they pray bad prayer for you. They say bad things. They speak negative things into existence. Their word is never encouraging, never uplifting. They will come and they will act like they mean you well, but they actually don't. They're wishing for your failure. And that's why I said your goal and your ambition can be an enemy to someone, can be an enemy to people. You understand me? I remember also, and I'm not putting myself in the line to be a victim. I have to speak my story, because nobody's going to tell my story for me. So I have to tell my story. And I advise people, never let anyone write your story for you or speak your story. You tell your story how you want it to be told, and the truth. And so I remember when I'm going into these different businesses and I'm venturing into it, I didn't have the support. I had to research my own things. I had to go out there, hire people, get this done, that done, that done, and nobody was there. And I remember the same people who claim to be around you, that are families, that are friends, they were unsupportive. They didn't care about my success. They didn't care. And the things that they say and the things that I heard, the things that I heard and the things that they say to me were evidence that these people didn't have my best interests at heart. So as soon as I saw Aidonia and his wife, and I saw the video around, I always say you have to be careful of who you're celebrating your success, who you're celebrating with, because not everybody has your best interests at heart. And who best to get to you than a family member or a close friend, because your known enemy stays away. Your known enemy is waiting on a vulnerable moment to capitalize on, if they want to attack, that is. But for the most part, your known enemy stays away. Family, friends who you think are your family, who you think love you, who you think care about you and be there for you, oftentimes are the people who are the plague in your life. They are the people who are the evil in your life, who doesn't have your best interests at heart and want to see you fail. And I've seen it time and time again. That's one of the reasons I stay away from people. I keep associates. I do not keep friends, because people can be extremely dangerous. People can be extremely dangerous. And I urge Aidonia and his wife to pray a little bit more, ask God to reveal things to them, stay away from certain crowd. If you have to go around people, you pray, you keep a word of prayer, because not everybody have your best interest at heart. You understand me? To lose a child, it's a very serious moment in any parent's life. And I wouldn't want to know that they, God forbid, and something happens to this newborn. The spirit just came onto me, and I just had to issue a word of prayer when I saw them. And then the spirit just said to me that there's somebody in the crowd, that doesn't have their best interests, somebody in the crowd that doesn't have their best interests at heart. And I just felt like I should upload this video because I remember when I was pursuing my goals and I was on to, well, I'm still pursuing goals, it's just different goals now. And I remember when I was going at it, and I had all the resource and I was pushing. There were people in my circle who act as if they were with me. There were people there who act as if they were supportive, but they weren't. They weren't. Family members weren't. They didn't have my best interest at heart. How you know? It shows in the support. You don't get the support. People say a lot of things, but you don't get the support. Behind closed door, they have negative things to say about you. They have all these ills to say about you, and you have to look into it and you have to take it for what it is. Sometimes it's the harsh reality is what we don't want to accept. But when we look into it and see, when we look into it and we observe people action, it's then you realize that, listen, these people are up to no good, and you have to accept the harsh reality and believe in what is in front of you. Believe in what they are presenting. They are presenting something positive. So you have to pray and keep God close, keep the spirit close, or the universe close to you. It will open your eyes to what's around you, to what exactly all the energies that are around you. It will open your eyes, and guess what? People will come revealing themselves. People will come. God have a way of showing them up and have a way of making them reveal themselves. Remember, I told you in the video that the dangers of working for an attractive black girl who is working, the dangers of working in an environment, I'm sorry, for an attractive black girl. The universe, I told you my experience, the universe have a way of opening up people's eyes to make them see or make people reveal themselves unto you. They don't have a choice. You understand me? So Aidonia and your wife, I think you guys need to pray a little bit more. You guys need to keep your circle much smaller. Don't share everything with people. Not everything should be posted on social media. Be careful of who you hang around. The very hairdressing salon that you go to. The very hairdressing salon that you go to, you have to be careful. The very nail tech that you go to. I'm not saying that these people are evil. I'm just saying how meticulous the situation is and how you have to tread very carefully. You have to move with dexterity because you don't know who the enemy is. You cannot fight a blind army. You cannot be blind and fight an army, and you cannot fight a blind army. You understand me? Because they're going to attack you from any angle you don't know. So you need to stay prayed up. You need to be careful of with the stores that you shop, the people that you hang around with, the family members and stuff like that. You have to pray to keep the evil away because it lurks. The devil comes in many forms. It comes as a baby, it comes as a child, it comes as an animal, it comes as a friend, it comes as a family member, it comes as a parent. And that's just the harsh reality. The Bible speaks of it. The Bible speaks about it. So if the Bible speaks about it, what do you expect me to say? I'm only giving you the information of which is in the biblical text. So guys, just stay prayed up, and ask God to reveal things unto you and to keep your family and to keep your circle small. Not everything you should reveal to every single person that's in your crowd or act as their good friends of yours. Be careful. There are people out there who go down on their knees and pray bad prayer for people. There are people out there who do it. They don't like this. They don't like that. She's too happy. She's too beautiful. She's too sexy. She's too this. I want her to meet in an accident. I want something bad to happen. She deserves some misery. She's this. She's that. People do it. And so you have to be careful. You have to be careful. There are certain things that I want to say that God knows. I'm just asking God to hold my tongue, that I don't say what, some experience that I've had with family members. Guys, just stay prayed up. I'm just asking the Almighty to hold my tongue. Hold my tongue. You understand me? Stay prayed up, guys. Believe in God. Stay prayed up and believe in God. Keep your circle very small. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. And remember, you have to accept things for what it is. If a person show you their actions, that's exactly who they are. It's not just about what they say, it's their actions behind it. And a lot of times people are wishing you well. Your goals and your ambition and your dreams, your aspiration can be an enemy to others. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. God bless you.